Hey, I'm Ayuma Michelle, and welcome to Let's with Ayuma. This is an online safe space that I started to empower progressive women from all around the world, just like you and I, to thrive with purpose. Okay? Today, I am going to sing for you a very special song with a very interesting story. Actually, double-edged story that I'm actually going to share with you. Twofold story, okay? And it's called Sugar. So even before we go any further, you know what time it is. Please, if you've been enjoying this content, especially this series called Let's Sing with Ayuma, please do subscribe, okay? It really goes a long way to help me understand and learn that you love this content so that I can create more like these. And also, if this is the very first time that you're on my channel, welcome. You're very welcome. Okay? And so I encourage you to watch this video and watch another one. If you dig it, subscribe. Okay? So, as I'd shared with you, the song I'm going to sing for you today is actually called Sugar. And it has a twofold story. The first one, I'm going to share about the name, and then later on I'm going to actually share, the inspiration actually behind that song. So, be prepared to get entertained. So the name Sugar is very interesting because it is the name that I actually prefer to call somebody that I'm actually in love with or that I love, like a man, obviously, because I'm attracted to men, right? And it's so weird because there are many people who prefer to use the word bae or honey or which other sweetie, other names that people normally use to call their significant others. But for me, I just think that sugar has like so much spice. It has just something extra to it. And in fact, I have these lovely, endearing words that I normally call my guy friends with. But obviously, we keep them private just between the two of us because I realize men love these words, but they just don't like, the public to know or people liking these names. So, for example, my guy friends, some especially there's some of them I call them honey bunch, and then there are others that I just call sweets. I normally just refer to them as sweets, right? And these are my guy friends. These are very masculine, amazing guys, but they just like these names. But I just realized that also when you call men these names, they actually like them. Like these sweet, endearing, lovely names, and I don't know, maybe that's another video we could do some other day about this whole thing of toxic masculinity, about why men can't be allowed to be called such lovely, endearing names like pumpkins, sugar plum, sugar pie, such names. Like, they're beautiful words that I actually realized by experience men love to be called by friends or significant others. But then in society, I don't know why men have been taught or brought up to think like such names are so weak or bad or feminine, or I don't know. So it's so weird. So the reason behind this is actually inspired by my preference of how I prefer to call significant others. And it's so interesting that the very first person I referred to with that name was when I was in uni. I had this huge crush. I had a huge crush on this guy. He was an amazing guy. He was Kenyan, a beautiful Kenyan man. Um, um, he loved playing rugby. He had this mystery around him, probably because he was an introvert. For some reason, I am really drawn towards introverts. Just, I'm naturally drawn towards introverts. And I had this huge crush on him, but I didn't know whether he liked me or not. So even his close girlfriends, we used to meet, and they used to give me progress reports for this campaign of figuring out, does this guy even notice me or understand, how huge this crush was. So yeah, he was a beautiful guy. And our code name, both my girlfriends and his girlfriends, the code name we used to use to refer to him, because on campus so many stories were going around about who I was probably dating, from white guys to some random guy. Any guy I was seen with, I was somehow dating them. So we had a code name for this guy, and the code name for this guy was Brown Sugar. So anytime we talked about this guy, we would be like, I've seen Brown Sugar. I've seen Brown Sugar. What is the status update with Brown Sugar? So it was so much fun. Obviously, the story didn't go as I expected, but oh my God, he was such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful guy, with a good heart. And he loved Jesus, and he played rugby. He had so many things going on, and he was a lovely Kikuyu man. He was from the Kikuyu culture here in Kenya, so wow, I just remember those days. And so he was the very first guy I actually referred to as with the sugar tagline. So we called him Brown Sugar. So it's just my preference. So now to the reason, the story behind the song. The story behind the song Sugar is that I've actually been doing telegrams. Do any of you guys know this business that is around telegrams? Human telegrams. It's basically when you send somebody with a message to sing for somebody, to deliver a message to somebody through song. And I see it quite a lot in the US, where, if you want to deliver a message, be it a birthday message or a congratulations message or a breakup message or something, you send somebody who's a singer, you pay somebody as a human telegram to deliver the message. And I used to actually do this when I was in high school, even before I realized it was an actual business, that I could convert it into a business. I used to do that in high school. It started with my friends. I wanted to share a special, birthday message with them. So I would craft a birthday message and, sing a song for them. We'd do like a cappella types. I would call a few friends who were musicians as well, and we would sing birthday songs. So once I did it for two friends of mine, I realized that suddenly I started being called by fellow students to sing for their friends during their birthdays. They'd be like, okay, my friend's birthday is coming up. Do you mind going to her, her hostel room after prep and just surprising her with this song? Your friends can come and sing. And I was like, yo, this is an actual business, So later on, years later, when I found myself in a season where I needed to expand my finances, obviously I was doing some consulting work. I was also doing some graphic design. And I was wondering, what else do I have in my hands that I can capitalize and, make money out of the gifts that I have? And I realized, hey, I have songs. I have the gift of song. And at that time, obviously, I knew a couple of friends who are saxophonists. So I thought of, hey, why not do a telegram business? Because I don't think that exists here in Kenya, or at least to my knowledge at that time. And so I was like, why not create like a human telegram business because at that time there were many friends who were getting married, especially from uni. So I was like, okay, that would be my first client base. And then I would write proposal songs for them, and with the right song and with the right ambience, my friend, you can put a ring on it. So I was like, why not holler at my friends who are saxophonists? I create songs where, and it's so easy for us to be mobile. I mean, a saxophonist and a musician, my voice, a saxophone, it's moving. So we don't need like drums and stuff like that, heavy equipment to be transported. So for me, it made total sense. So I was like, hey, okay, which would be the very first song that I would use to pitch to my clients, which would help them propose to their long-term girlfriends and stuff like that. And obviously, when you hear the song, I've changed it to obviously me because I'm singing it as a woman. But if it was a man proposing, I would definitely change some of the words. So yeah, that's the inspiration behind the song Sugar. It's actually a proposal song that would help, some people out there to put a ring on it, and also a business idea that I actually think it was quite dope. And those of you who would want to explore it, please go ahead. There's abundance. There's enough for all of us. So I hope you enjoy the song Sugar. It's a proposal song. Have that in mind. And it's jazzy. The genre of the song is that it is jazz. There's some funk in it, and also obviously soul. I'm realizing most of these songs actually have a soul background, even much more than jazz. But all of them actually have a jazz rendition, right? So yeah, I hope that you enjoy the song. This is Sugar, the proposal song. Okay. Okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. The first time your eyes looked deep into mine, I felt so beautiful. Oh, you made me feel like a little girl on her very own first crush. Ooh, yay. Mm. Ah, I felt like heaven was not so far away. I felt like heaven was not so far away. I felt like heaven was not so far away when I'm with you, when I am loving you, when you're with me, sugar, sugar, yeah, 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 yeah. Now that we are here together, it makes me wonder, wonder, wonder. Mm-mm. What is it that you do that makes me feel so good inside? Ooh, 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 ooh. Ah, I feel like heaven is not so far away. I feel like heaven is not so far away. I feel like heaven is not so far away when I'm with you, when I am loving you, when you're with me, sugar, sugar. I feel like heaven is not so far away. I feel like heaven is not so far away. I feel like heaven is not so far away when I'm with you, when I am loving you, when you're with me, sugar, 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 eh, sugar, 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 mm, I feel like heaven is not so far away. I feel like heaven is not so far away. I feel like heaven is not so far away when I'm with you, when I am loving you, when you're with me, sugar, sugar, yeah. I hope you enjoyed the song Sugar. Now you understand where it comes from. The idea behind this song was that I was having a conversation with the saxophone, so the saxophone is also having a conversation with me as I sing, and hopefully convince a lucky woman somewhere to say yes to the amazing man who who called myself and the saxophonist to help him facilitate the proposal. So I hope you enjoy this song. Also, I'd like to share you guys that I've actually copywritten these songs. To protect my art, because I know this is real. The thievery out there is real. But then also to show that I take my work seriously, okay? And thank you so much for the lady who actually reached out to me and told me, woman, your songs are amazing, copyright them. So thank you so much. And those of you who don't know, for whichever work that you have, and if you're Kenyan, if you haven't copywritten your work, please do. I'm meant to understand that they've given us a grace period with regards to copywriting your work and your artistry. So please go ahead and do it. If I'm not wrong, they've given us a time for free copywriting. If I'm not wrong, please confirm first, okay? So thank you so much for listening to me. This is Let's with Ayuma, where I'm empowering progressive women just like you and I to thrive with purpose. Please comment below and let me know what you think about this series so far. And do you think this song can actually work as a proposal song? Like if you were to get proposed to with this song with a saxophone, in a nice location, with intimacy and some wine and stuff like that, would you actually say yes to such a song? Okay? Please comment below and let me know. Once again, this is Let's with Ayuma. I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, to comment, and to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.